Alright, hello everyone. Today we're going to be discussing the Qualifier 1 performance of the NA Open and going over some of the replay codes. I will not be talking about the turf stage, which I actually don't even have the codes for because I played so many games. Turf, I don't care. Our turf comp was terrible. We did mid. We got 7th place. I don't care. Turf war is boring. So we're going to go top 16 onwards. And what was the first game that we had? This was the jackpot scrim, okay. So, we started out with Umami Ruins, and we had this comp. Also, I did really bad this game. This entire game was really bad. So, top 16 was a bit of a mess, and I think it was because we kind of overreacted. GG's Chara, guys. Yeah, thank you. So, we have been practicing... Like, just to give context for what top level has been doing, because I've kind of alluded to it, there were cooler comps everywhere. Mainly from Jackpot. Jackpot was doing constant Zap cooler comps, and the main difference that Zap is much better in this patch compared to last patch is the extra duration of cooler. So, pre-patch cooler lasted 15 seconds, people would use maybe one sub of special power-up and would have 16-second, 15-second cooler. In this patch, with 2 subs of special power, cooler lasts 19 seconds. 19 seconds. And Zap is 180p. After the first 7.5 seconds, Zap can start farming another cooler. So what Zap would do is literally just try to keep perma-cooler active. So even though the buffs aren't actually that strong, the thing is, it's like a passive ability at this point. Like, they're just always up. And like, nowadays, by the time we got to the tournament, like, teams did kind of switch off it. Like, it did kind of die off a little bit outside of Rainmaker. But for us, we were really interested in it. Because Cooler, in theory, works very, very well with our team comp. You know, like, this is absolutely the kind of team and a kind of style that would work with a kind of quick respawn style thing. And so that's what we tried originally. Well, originally, no. Originally, we tried to just keep the comps the same. Me on Stamper and Machine, Arashi on Wiper Deco, because he didn't have to do second machine, but originally he was going to do second machine, and Splash BP. That is what we were running up until about Thursday. Also, this match was unlucky because, like, we got one bad defense, and we really struggled here. In general, we were very thrown off by this team's playstyle because literally all our scrims was the most hyper-aggressive crap imaginable, and these guys played the exact opposite. These are, like, this was the most defensive team in the entire tournament. Like, they just did not move. Like, I'm going to speed through this game, and this is here. This is the whole match is going to be like this. And just miss spam and special spam and sitting back and, like, we were not prepped for that. Like, we had practiced against so much aggression that this, like, hard threw us off. So that was one thing. But anyway, so our comps were doing shit into cooler comps. Like, our standard Stamper, Splash, Machine, all that stuff. It was doing bad. By the way, I don't know how I got this far. That was funny. Anyway. So, it was going really bad, like, with our comps. And Slacker was like, listen, cooler strats fit you. They're popular right now. I know it's new, and you'll have a day to learn them, but I think you should just do it. So what we said is, okay, here's what we're going to do. Friday, we're going to play basically all day. We're going to scrim for 3 hours, and then scrim for another, like, hour and a half later in the day. And we're just gonna play as much as possible. So, we scrimmed AR. We did fine against them in turf. Our turf ended up still being bad later, which we'll have to adjust by next time. Like, we'll probably have a different turf comp. We did double Wiper Deco, double Splash, and then eventually later just double Splash and V-Wiper Wiper Deco. And we did a bit of ballpoint and, like, nothing really stuck. But yeah, we did good against AR and turf. And then we tried out the comps. We had a few different comp ideas. We had some sword testing. We had some ballpoint centered stuff. And the main thing, Arashi accidentally leaking the Turf War game, I didn't care. It was Turf War, so like, whatever. Like, it wasn't a full comp. But we had 3 comps we wanted to try. Comp 1 was triple QR, which is V-Dooley, Zap 85, Wiper, the vanilla one mainly, but could be Deco for the beacons, and 92. And all 3 would run QR except the Zap. And we would just be really aggressive and the crab would be kind of sustained. That was the original plan. That comp didn't work. Comp 2, keep in mind, this was a day before the tournament, was me on NZAP, Mecha on 52, and then we had Storm on Ballpoint and Arashi on either of the Wipers again. That also did not work, mainly because my Zap is terrible. We scrimmed DNA with that, and we won 2 games out of like 6 or 7. So, that was bad. And then the third comp we tried is the comp we saw today, except for this game. I'll talk about why we had V-Shot here and why it was a terrible idea. The final comp we did, which is the one that actually worked, was 92, 85, Wiper Deco, Ballpoint. And that ended up being really good. We did very good versus DNA, and then, I forget who we scrimmed that night. We scrimmed somebody. I forget who we played that Friday night. But Friday night we played the same comp again. Because we only got like 6 games versus DNA with it. And was like, okay, this probably works. Let's try it again later to be sure. I forgot who we played. I really can't remember. I don't think any of my teammates are in chat to be able to tell me. Who do we play? Hold up. Who did we play? Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, no, I do. We played FT Win. We played FT Win, I remember. Anyway. Yeah, so we played FT Win, and that still went mostly fine. Like, that was Kyo, Biscuit, Shaq, and Bursty. And that also went, like, pretty well. So, that was what we did, and we locked in that comp. Then Turf War happened. We also scrimmed new meta that day, or Zero Deaths. I'm so sorry, I mixed up those teams. Anyway, we had this game where me and Arashi literally had nothing to do this game. We had this game that we won. Yeah. This match was bad. We just kind of fed. I actually did not feed this game. Me and Mecha did not feed, but we just, like, Storm died really far away with Zuka. Anyway, and then we had this game, which was the one we won. So let me talk about what our comp was and why this was so bad in top 16. So we knew going ahead of time that this would be a Charger team. And Storm does not like to pick Ballpoint into Charger. Oh, we have ads. Okay, well, you guys get to watch some enthralling Zones gameplay. Don't worry, they don't get ads that long, YouTube. We'll be okay. Just gotta wait a little bit. Okay, the ads are done. Hello, welcome back, everyone. So, the reason our comp was different is because we knew we were fighting a Charger team, and Storm does not like to pick Ballpoint into Charger. So he wanted to do V-Shot. And we did this last time, actually. Like, we fought the same pickup. The difference was back then we had Splash and Stamper, which was way better. The problem here is, look at our specials. We have a Slider, which is a Slider. It's actually not that bad. I will say, Tetra players, you guys gaslit me into thinking Slider was way worse than it actually was. It's still not amazing, but it definitely functions. Mostly. Anyway, so we have Slider, which does not get the team in. We have Cooler, which does not get the team in. We have Missiles, which does get the team in, but is, like, a bit limited in how much you can output it because of the cooldown. Oh yeah, it's only after the buffs of the last patch. Like, 2 patches ago, I guess. And we have a Zuka. So the problem was, is Slider the second worst special? I don't know. But, like, not really any specials besides Vacuum are even bad. But I do think it's better than Bubble, even after the buffs. Anyway. So I wouldn't say it's second worst. But anyway, getting back to the game. So, basically, if Storm Zuka did not get kills, we were screwed. Like, all we had was missiles. And missiles is really good with Inkjet, because, like, you set up the jet, and then it's really hard for the jet not to get kills because it's already an Inkjet, but also everyone's marked and getting hit by missiles. So, yeah, it was bad. So we just had an extremely limited entry tool, and that made the set a 3-2 set. Blake is empty, thanks so much for the prime. So, literally, that was our mistake. Like, even if we fight the same team again, there is no way we are running the same comp. It was streamed on Nintendo's YouTube. You can go watch it. We were casted in all of top 4. So, that is literally what happened. Like, we just... By the way, guys, if you want to keep up with the tournament stuff, Storm streams it. I will retweet it on my Twitter. It will happen again next week, so go follow it. Nova for Inkjet, same issue. Just doesn't like Jet and Charger. But also, Nova is a Nova, so I don't really want it anyway. Because the Nova doesn't have a sub to help get you in anyway, which at least BP has. So, anyway, we had a very close set. We ended up cleaning it up. I also did very bad. Mostly because I have not played 92 into this slower playstyle, and I need to be a lot more, sharking heavy and a lot more patient. And just kind of poke corners. And I eventually figured it out, and we did fine, and we won the set. And I'm not going to show you the games, because I'm going to be honest, they're really boring. The top 16 games were very boring. So, we'll probably have a different option for versus Charger next time. I don't know what. I still like the zap into it because Chargers run Respawn Punisher, and having a cooler to mitigate that is very nice. Like, yeah, just don't peek the Charger, but also the netcode in this game sucks and you get wallbanged anyway. So it's nice to just be able to mitigate Respawn Punishers so the Chargers don't do too much. Then we fought Set to Destroy X. And also, I did really, really good at, like, a mental reset. Like, in my head, I knew I would do fine the second we picked another set. You know? Like, I knew once we fought the teams that, like, the style I was comfortable with, I would do better. And I was right, so that was cool. So we fought SCDX next, which is Zero, Sun, Henry, and Power. A very stacked team. This team actually got second in the Turf War stage, only under Jackpot. I think they only had one loss as well, so they did very, very well. I want the camera back! Ah, great, we're having another adventure if the camera doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, there we go. So, we had a bit of a bad opening. My job mainly here is to poke left side, and this is also... The reason we picked this map, because we got to pick the map game one because lower seed picks map. The reason this map was so, like, this is a random thing, but this is a very good slider map. It doesn't happen here because Power just, like, pops Jet and one-shots me. But slider is very, very good on this stage. Not only is it nice to cap zone, but it does something else really cool, which we'll see here. By the way, while I'm on the topic, part of why slider is better in this comp is because if slider goes in, deals damage, and dies when it has cooler, you just come back anyway. And, like, 92's whole job with the QR comp, it's to kind of be like what S1 CRB is, which is to just go and do damage. Like, that's its job. It should just go in a team fight and hit people and either, like, one-shot someone or to just deal such massive damage that other people can clean up the team fight. But on this map, it's a bit better because on this map, it gives you a way to move forward. And moving forward on Mincemeat, normally there's only one option, which is going underneath mid. That was your only two-way. Like, you can drop right, but it's pretty bad. But with slider, you can do this! And you clear the top left side of the map. Why Mincemeat? Because that was... The top 16 maps were terrible. Let me tell you the top 16 map options we had. Especially into Charger, okay? Scorch, Charger map. Eeltail, Charger map. Brine, Charger's literally broken on that map. Mincemeat, Charger map. Inkblot, Charger map. Umami, less so, but can work for it. And Manta, pretty solid Charger map. So the maps in top 16 sucked ass for us. So that was part of it. But anyway, so I just slide her and then I just leave. And now no one's here. And because no one's here, we can move. Except we don't do it here because we wait for the missiles and then we kill and then now we go. Yay, timing. Also, I will talk about 92 and Paintbrush in its own video Wednesday. I'm going to cover, like, their playstyle and how good I think they are in more detail. I know I did a little bit about 92 pre-launch, but my opinion on what the weapon is different. And I guess I'll spoil the video now, at least on Twitch, because YouTube won't see it. 92 is not a range Luna hybrid. 92 is just S1 CRB. I am convinced this weapon's design was literally just, oh, we like S1 CRB playstyle. How do we bring it back but make it fair? And then suddenly every design decision about this weapon makes sense. Literally all of it, even the kit, makes sense if you look at it from that lens. And that also just helped me out with my playstyle. I was like, oh, okay, so this is what I'm doing. Like, I am just being a Splatoon 1 range blaster. That's it. Anyway. So we held here. We had a bit of an aggressive jet. Storm recalls and lives, and we stall for a bit. I trade with Henry here. I should have just walked left. Oh, no, wait, I did walk left. Oh, no, I just get sniped by the crab. Because I went to help Zero. Anyway. I found Henry with the sprinkler, which was very funny. Rare sprinkler W actually was useful. Here I had Shark again, but dude, look at that. I fucking crossed up Sun over there. Look at that. We gotta watch that again. I'm giving myself credit here, okay? I gotta be more positive here. We're gonna highlight some moments for me this time. Okay? I saw this dude, strafed back, and directed him. That was my kill. W. Okay, can we go back to the... God damn it, camera. Okay, whatever. We can watch me POV for this anyway. So I walked up here because I had Cooler, got a kill, and then the Cooler ran out right here. And I thought I had another second or so. So I actually died to Henry. So that sucks. But even then, Henry dies. And, like, this is my playstyle. Like, go and just let... Like, I don't need to get the kill. Like, I have a Shark. Who cares? But, like, I just want people to go down. Like, I am just doing damage so Storm can get a kill. Here I kill the sword. By the way, this thing is very good into sword. Very nice pick into Stamper. I died to the crab, but, like, again, I'm fine with it because now the crab is shooting me. Like, that's all I want, you know? So we end up, like, all their specials are gone. Zero dies. And from here, it's just kind of over already. Like, as long as I kill Sun here, which I know I can do, it'll be there. My sets should be on Sendu by now, yes. Also, I'll have the sets on YouTube, the other two ones over the next 2 days. If you can grab Cooler more than once, would it be a top tier special? Absolutely. Or actually, maybe not top tier, but, like, it would be drastically buffed. I'm not sure. Anyway, we had this game, which was a near instant KO, and I actually have nothing to highlight. And then we won Scorch. I did well this whole set. Very fun. Flounder. Yeah, then we went back to scrims. So we took a break before top 4, and then we went to scrims versus Zero Deaths. We played a bit. Oh yeah, Mecha had like a crazy game here. Mecha and me had a crazy game. Oh, I gotta show this. Wait. I have to show you guys the ending of the scrim game. So we were scrimming Zero Deaths, and by the way, I just want to give a shout out. Zero Deaths was warming up with us, like, this entire time. They were actually the GOATs. Like, huge shout outs to them for helping us out this whole time. Like, thank you so much. Anyway. So we were losing this game, And I popped off here, like a little bit, at least from what I remember. So I got 2 long-range hits. I die here. I have cooler respawn. Also, I think my voice cracked there, but I don't remember. Right here. 1. That guy died. That guy died. That guy died. Or that girl died. That one died, and that one died. And I just slider for victory. That was such a funny ending. Yeah, that's how good the AoE mode is. It's so nice. I just got a bunch at the end there. Wait, I thought I highlighted another one. Hold up. Oh, umami. Yeah. And then here I did the same thing. Except I think this highlight might be better. But yeah, Zero Dust was very helpful. So I do want to give a shout out while I am showing clips from the scrims randomly. But yeah, it was very fun. So we practiced some umami. This is actually tournament relevant for this one. We wanted to be able to counterpick back to umami. We wanted to be able to go and pick umami ruins in the next set. Because we did bad against it with the charter team, but we were like, okay, I think this map might be useful to counterpick. Mainly in zones, so we practiced zones in Rainmaker. And in fact, we did. Yeah, so I got 1, then I slattered and got 2, then I killed Izza, then I killed Storm. So I killed 4 people, and then I walked in, flicked the ink brush, continued to walk forward, and then got to Yobin, and then I think that was the end of the streak. No, oh, then I had Slide already. Yeah, and then everyone dies, I Shark, kills the brush, grab the rain, and get the lead. Yay. 92 fun. Good job, 92. Good job. Ooh. Anyway. So then we had the next set. So game 1 was literally nothing notable. Like, we absolutely stomped game 1, so I don't have anything to say. Game 2 we did mostly good. I don't have too much to say here either. Like, it was just usual stuff. Game 3 was very unlucky. You're one-tricking 92? Probably not one-tricking, but just for that comp. But we're probably gonna have, like, an alternate comp by the time the next open rolls around, so... So, this game was not good for us. So, we messed up the opening because me and Arashi tunnel Red Shell, who just willingly sits there and just lives forever because he's a wiper. So, I don't know why I did that. That was my B. But here was just unlucky. This was a very unlucky moment, which is 10 missiles. So, first off, a bomb kills Storm in his inkjet, like a splat bomb. Then missiles kill me and Mecha before we get cooler. And Arashi is the only survivor. So, yeah. I still clean up Red Shell here, and we get, like, a chance, and then we actually mess up, but oh my god, that's unlucky. I should not have done this. The bubble was literally gonna break soon anyway. Day before the open. Yeah, I mean, our comp is a day before the open too, so I mean, that's just how it is. It's just the set thing, but... This was terrible, but I actually, in my defense, I didn't realize the bubble was actually that low, because it's bigger even when it's low HP. So I did not actually realize this bubble was close to breaking. Just because, like, I assume pre-patch-wise, okay, it still has half health. Like, let's break it. So I died. And we lose the set. Why Storm in the mech armor? I don't know. I don't know why he does this. Anyway. We had Flounder, which... I'd say Flounder was mostly just a Maybe. I think I played pretty bad. But in general, we just had a hard time holding. And I think it was a bad counterpick map because they had Octobrush and Try. So, like, I think in general, we just shouldn't have gone here. Umami was very back and forth. So I'll leave that. But we got the win here. We had some good picks. We converted our aggression a bit more. And we got a very nice hold. Anyway. This game. This was my best game in the tournament. I played so good this game, and stream didn't show any of it. Yes, my controller randomly hit the desk. My bad. I played so good this game. And, like, my main moment was on stream, but not the second one. But this game against Starburst was pretty cool. So we had our standard opening of like, okay, let's just clear left, go for free kills. If anyone's there, we get cooler. I wanted to try to poke for BP. This was really over aggressive, but like, I don't care that much. So I have cooler. And then this happened. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then we won that fight. Then we just grabbed too early. Because they have cooler respawns. So we should not have grabbed Rain. Because they're all back already. And now I'm stuck having to stall in the corner. I think I trade. And we get on defense for a while. And our defense is very funny. So I stall Bran. Like, the defense is about to be stalling forever. They walked into that direct. No, I actually did flick and hit it. Part of it is just spectator mode has, or not spectator. Replay mode has some, camera smoothing, I believe. So it doesn't look as good. That's why I don't like clips in this mode. And yes, I did not care about the shark. Like, I know the shark was behind it. I didn't care. I just wanted to not die. That's it. I did not care. So, I did not care about that. We killed them at the checkpoint twice. I died to a random Splat Bomb. We love Splat Bomb. Yeah, I couldn't have gotten one of those. I messed up the kill with the bucket. And we're still stalling, by the way. And then the rain literally resets. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go behind them. And then I sneak here, direct ice, pick up the Rainmaker, and just stall. And I just sit here. Like, I am just sitting here stalling forever. And then I eventually, like, decide to go and die, so I drop it off the spinner. But, like, oh my god, that was hilarious. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get this cooler. Yeah, I'm like, okay, fuck, we cannot get that cooler. Go to fight here. They use all their nukes on me, and then they get the check finally. Perfect sprinkler throw, by the way. I feed Kyo, which is my bad. I get a little antsy at this point. Like, this was... I should have just been using, long range mode a bit more here. I kind of just default short range too much. We get rain. This is fine. And then it's only the splash. So I called to immediately counter push because we still have cooler. So we can move really fast right now. And we're not losing out on specials. So I push up the plat. And then I play this fight really safe because I know I'm, like, far ahead of my team right now. So, like, I'm taking this slow. I slide her here to try to, like, bait aggression to the right. Like, this explosion is really good because this actually clips the wall. This guy drops and I come back for him. I'm like, 92 on this spinner is so nice. Really good here. I get this really good direct on a bagel. And then I double long range the ballpoint with another direct, which was insanely good here. And now they're just dead. There's only one. So we pop. I made the call to wait, by the way, I believe. So I was like, okay, no, we don't rush this right away. They're going to have strikes and stuff immediately. We don't need to do this yet. And I also wanted someone else to grab because I had Shark for the repop. So I was like, okay, someone else needs to pick up. I found someone on the wall. So from here, I decided to Shark ahead instead of going for the pop. Because the crab is here, and I knew that this splash would get pushed way away. And they did. They ended up going behind. We call it out. I react. I 180 directed. Very cool. Good job. And then here we just pop. Mecha tosses Cooler to double bucket. Why V-Slosh? Because it's like the best AoE option now. Because Machine got nerfed and it's just too slow. So you just do bucket. Anyway, this pop kills a bunch of people and then we just run. Yay. From here I go install again. Time to go sit on their plat and make them sit on plat for like 5 seconds. Yay. And then I go die. Whee! And we're back. So yeah, very good calls on that push, by the way. Very easy to choke that. Anyway, oh, by the way, this was the funny fucking slider. This one was really funny, how this actually worked out. So I was low, so I had to slider. Because I was probably dead if I didn't, so I was just like, okay, I will slider and buy time. Because, like, I have QR respawn, and this will force the rain away. But what ended up happening is they saw, ooh, Reef Slider, free kill, went to help, and Arashi just walked up and killed the Rainmaker. Because all of them went and looked at the Reef Slider. So, like, it ended up working out way better. Just very funny. But yeah, we won that game. Eeltail, I'm gonna skip, but TLDR, we should not have done Cooler here. We probably should have just done Stamper Splash. This was not a map for it. And we just literally got stalled out by them chaining crabs repeatedly. And having a rapid. So, like, that was it. Bad comp. But, like, we didn't have time to learn another comp, so I don't care too much. This match was a little unfortunate. The slider of all time. How was turf? Boring and miserable, as per usual. Yeah, there was a lot more double splash than there was in practice, which kind of surprised me, but then not really when I thought about it. Anyway, this game. I think this game was very winnable for us. Why not? Because ballpoint is not as good on Flounder. It's fine, but Storm in particular kind of struggles with it here. So we made the last second decision to play Nautilus. Because we were like, screw it. And then Mecha Try is obvious. Very good Try map, not a very good Zap map. Still has Cooler. So the Mecha Try and the Storm BP was both last second, or Storm not. Neither of them even had gear. Like, proper gear. They had, like, all abilities and stuff, but not full set. So, like, Mecha didn't have a sub of sub-defense, for example. Because this was last second, and we just didn't have time. So, we played that. And this game was, like, we had so many chances to win. We really just kind of, we had an unfortunate moment here. So we got a kill and set up on the zone here. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to set up on this left side, and I'm going to get Reef Slider, and I'm going to slider their zone here for the cap. And Mecha dies to Tri-Strike or something. And he dies, so we don't cap our zone, and I die, and we don't get the penalty. So we were playing for just to get a penalty here, and then to just go in with Missile. And then on top of that, we panicked, and super jumped in and died. Storm should not have been here, because Storm was the other entry special. So that was really bad. Like, that was an awful play. But we ended up getting some picks. But that was good. Go back to my POV. We get Cooler to push in again. We still don't really have any retake special here, so we're kind of just fighting. The try kills 2. And I was like, okay, I need to get a kill and then slider their zone, and we need to get a cap, because there's no way we're getting, like, a full hold here. So, I see Bran on the very edge of my screen go right for this wall, and I fucking read that shit, so I got it. We reined in, I went here, and I don't even care about the crab. Like, I knew, do not target the crab. Yay. Slider useful. I should not have done this, though. I was worried about the other people being behind me, but both of them actually dropped off from the reef slider. So I should have actually just stayed in zone, and this put me in a worse position because then I got stuck down here. So I should have just stayed on the roof. Anyway, more zoners gameplay goes on. We actually have a pretty scrappy fight here. I can actually AoE Bran here, but I didn't want to risk it again. So I didn't go too aggro, but I did like try and poke some minor AoE. And I use Reef Slider here. Reef Slider is actually really good at clearing this left side. But I instead just decided to blow up here to clear the roof. Like, see how all of them are forced on the low ground? So that was really good for us. I put Sprinkler to paint, and of course there's a Splat Bomb there, so it instantly dies. And then I am just running around. I burn a crab. I still am alive, and I get out. And then go get a cooler. Very fun. And then we actually get a hold. Right here. I am like, nope, Ice needs to die, Ice needs to die. And then Kyo jumps and dies, and we're set. And this hold was a bit unlucky. Mecha wanted to play right, so I decided to just let him play it and have me play a different position. They crabbed on Snipe, which actually was a complete waste. But here we just made a bit of a mistake. Mecha got picked, and we kind of just backed off too much. Like, once this crab was over, we should have held here. Like, I should have walked right. Or at least, like, been here and been ready to shark in. Like, with Reef Slider, not with sharking. A little confusing. And then on top of that, a strike kills Mecha's jump. So that's unfortunate, because I was going to slider right here. Like, I was going to have Mecha jump, I slider in, and Mecha cleans kills. But then there's no Mecha. So we end up, like, I still end up sliding, knocks Q off the roof, but we're so split that there's no follow-up. So everything kind of falls apart. Unlucky. And I mean, the rest of the game we just never get a hold. Oh, we almost do at the end. The end was so unlucky. Because we had a good retake here. Like, we missiled. I went on the right flank. Like, I actually popped up and Reef Slidered Ice. Oh, yeah, by the way, I got Slider glitch here. Look at the Slider explosion on the replay. Look at this. I don't know if it's because I popped it on the edge. I think that's what causes it. Like, it being popped on the slope here like this causes the game to freak out or something. But, like, look at it. Yeah. This was actually... When I played 92 on day one, this happened to someone else. So I have no idea. I don't know exactly how this works. I think it has something to do with Slider being on the ledge of the map makes it look like it's not actually supposed to be there, so it freaks out at the explosion. But for me, the explosion played normally. Like, my explosion was normal. I didn't know anything happened until Ice told me afterward. Anyway. Right here was just unlucky because Bran was behind. And Bran actually got hit twice. But he didn't die, like by the try. So we actually kill Bran. But both Mecha and Arashi go back for the zone. And because Mecha turned back here, we did not get the cap right there. Look at how... Look at this. Look at that. Look how close we are to painting it. One try/slosh, and we cap the zone. And on top of that, we have rain. So, like, we get zone, we get 10 seconds, and we just pop rain. And we hold, because they're all clumped. So the rain would be massive. So, like, I think we could have won that game. And it was so unfortunate. It was so unlucky. And then the last game I really have a lot to talk about, because I don't actually have much to say for the jackpot set. Here, you guys can hear the new music sped up. So for the most part, this game was just us on push a lot, so I'm gonna kind of skip a bit. I'm gonna skip the first half. But for the most part, this game was like just kind of us pushing and falling apart a little bit. Mainly, Storm's Inkjet got killed a lot on the left side by Kyo. Outside of that, I had a really unlucky slider that was so close to the ledge that when I watched back the set on the stream POV, it was on the ledge and teleported down. Because I was that close to being on the ledge. I don't think it would have mattered. There was not really many people there anyway, but it would have been a bit better. But our defense was really, really unlucky, and I do kind of want to show it here. It's the wrong ballpoint. So, actually, I don't even know if we defend yet. I think we're still pushing. Storm gets a really nice kill here, by the way. Oh, no, wait, no, this is a different moment. Never mind. He, like, snipes a crab at one point. But yeah, Storm accidentally jumped to a teammate instead of spawn and died to a strike. So we lost Jet. So this is why we were in panic mode, because you'll notice Arashi also missiled. So we were gonna jump back, missile Jet, and go in. But the wrong jump meant that we lost the Jet, and the missiles only bought a little bit of time. Which is like, the craziest part, this doesn't even lose us the game. Despite losing both our retake specials, we are still in this hold. And we actually still try and hold this. Like, Storm is stalling on the left for his life. I am AoEing tower. We knocked both crabs off the tower. Lived the strikes. Storm had to inkjet on low ground. And I think at the very end of the day, the mistake was right here with me seeing the cooler and going for the cooler. Because I had Reef Slider. I could have Reef Slidered on the tower and took it away for a bit. Like, just with the invincibility to stall. And bought us time. But instead, I dropped for the cooler and just panicked on the tower, popped Reef Slider late, and that was it. And yeah, it was just one of those moments where, like, I had to just ignore the cooler. And, like, just limited practice, and we were having a big budget on it, and it just didn't work. So, yeah. Outside of Ilto, where we should have just played a different comp, I felt our set was so even with Starburst. Like, we were so close to winning these two games. Just small optimizations, and we could have literally qualified the first round, which kind of sucks. We did really bad against Jackpot overall. I did fine this game. I did bad this game. I did get a really nice, I got a headshot onto the crab and then a kill after, but we still didn't retake, which was really unlucky. And then this game, we were just kind of scatterbrained in calls. Like, there was just a lot of different plans and adaptations we were trying to make too many too quickly, and it just kind of threw us off more than helped us. So this was just game 3, down 0-3, and we panicked, and, like, that kind of sucked. But the most unfortunate part, earlier in this game, we missed a power climb jump, and here we could have actually potentially saved the game. Because I had Shark, we had 2 footballs, almost a third. We were trying to make a third football. Actually, no, oh my god, we did have 3. Oh my god, we had 3 footballs. Oh my god, we literally had everything we needed. Because I saved this ball. Oh, but everyone's front. And Storm was an Inkjet. So if we just held the balls and backed up, super jumping the 3 footballs here wins the game. So we could have saved this game. But Storm was an Inkjet, and no one else went for the power clams. By the time we got the ball, it was too late. And, like, we had barely enough time, too. Look at that. Like, we would have scored right before OT ended. So, that was a really unfortunate way to go out. Like, really unlucky. So yeah, that was the tournament run. And I was here for like 7 hours. It was forever. It's the highest placement that we've done in a major. We've never been top 3 before. We've been top 4 if I remember correctly, but not top 3. A lot of both wins over good teams as well as just placements over other teams. Like DNA we didn't beat directly, but placed higher than obviously results-wise. And just, you know, I'm happy with the run. We had to make... Slacker kind of said it best. Like, our team was hoping this would be a good test of, like, our skills with the comp we had practiced for a while. And Slacker kind of put it best where it's like, this open is no longer the final exam you've been studying months for. It is now a pop quiz. Like, in terms of comps and what we had to do, that's what this open was. It turned from a final exam into a pop quiz. Yeah, you guys did really well. We should definitely scrim you guys sometime, by the way. Before the next open. So if you can, just have Red Shell or whoever does that stuff hit up my DMs. If you play next time, I'm assuming you are playing the second one as well. But yeah, we still did really well, but I mean, that Starburst set is just, man, I mean, it always happens, man. Like, we get against one of the best teams, we come so close to winning, and we don't make it, you know, and that kind of sucks. Like, I can't help but think of Idle, where the same thing happened, where we were 2-2 with the JP team, and then, like, the Scorch comeback happened. And it felt like that, where it's like, the Starburst set was so winnable, and we just, the smallest of mistakes. So, you know, that sucks, but as a whole, I'd say I was happy with it. I'm very much hoping we can qualify in the second one. I really think we have a good shot. I'm going to make sure we are absolutely grinding. We actually know the comps we want to do this time, so it should hopefully be way easier to get it in order. And, you know, Jackpot and Starburst won't be there, so in theory it should be a bit of an easier one, but we have to see, you know? So, but that's what happened. That's why we did 92 only. That's why our comp was weird. That's what happened in the games, all that. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more, like, there's not as many of the top teams, but there's gonna be more, like, high-level teams in the second one than the first one. Like, so it's gonna be a lot more of, like, you have to play sets consistently. Because you can very easily be getting knocked out in top 16 or top 8 when it's still single a limb. By the way, I do not like the format in this qualifier. Top 16 and 8 being single a limb is dumb. The wait times are long. The map list for top 16 is one of the worst I've ever seen. The winning team is still forced to play a mode instead of getting their pick on game 4. The only improvement is that there are 7 maps instead of 5, so the game 5 losing team does not have to get stuck on a map and actually gets a choice. But, yeah, I mean, that's the NA Open. It literally opens with 3-hour turf ladder, where you can cheese a high placement depending on the matches you play and the RNG you get. So, yeah, not exactly the most competitive format. It's Nintendo, so. But, yeah, I mean, I had fun. I hope this explains a little bit of what happened and highlights some of the cool stuff, and, yeah, thanks for watching.